Akhil, are you able to hear me? Yeah, Akhil, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Kanav, I think he is able to, but what about Akhil?
Yeah, hello. I'm able to hear you properly.
Okay, thank you for updating. Yeah, can you on your camera?
Just wait a minute. Yes.
Okay.
Is it fine?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, first of all, thank you for joining, for today's
Yeah.
session. Yeah.
Mm.
So finally, Akhil is with us. First of all, I think most of you know about myself. Like my name is Sayyid Aman Khadri, founder of the BIM Skills, where we do provide both BIM consulting and training part. So Akhil, I think he joined BIM training online. So recently, like he got the job. So we wanted to arrange this webinar so that he can guide other candidates. And first of all, like we have certain questions, like I will ask 10 to 15 questions to Akhil. So are you ready?
Yeah, no worries at all. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
proceed.
Yeah. So first I will ask like 10 to 15 questions, and then Akhil, he will answer. Most of the questions are related to the career and how he got the job, how he learned BIM, okay, and how he see BIM as a career, something like that. Okay. So first we will finish these 15 questions in half an hour, like up to let's say 3:10 or 3 p.m. Then other candidates, if you have any questions, you can okay directly ask Akhil. And if you have any questions for me, I can also answer. Okay. So let's start with the questions. Akhil, first of all, can you introduce yourself and share a little bit about your background before entering BIM?
Yeah, sure. First of all, I would like to give a thanksgiving, like Aman sir, to giving me this opportunity to representing myself and giving this platform basically. So yeah, myself, Akhil Ahmad, I am from Gulbarga, which is our northern district of Karnataka. I born and brought up here, and like I have done all my educational certifications from like along with that, doing the things like here itself only in my city, which is Gulbarga. Like I have done the diploma after my 10th, along with it, followed by the bachelor's and the master's I have done in the construction technology. So later once I got a chance to be working for this like MNC company as a planning engineer. So I was there working as a planning engineer there for like more than 6 months. So like before that only, like I was always having kind of fascination to be working for this big. Meanwhile, time I was used to searching up like how does this industry is going working in like how does it working, what's the scope of working in BIM. That's how like I ended up myself into a BIM, like a mainstream of BIM. So later on, I like a bit started learning about the BIM by myself, which I tried myself learning from this like open platforms and all. Later once I like for into entering into mainstream, I always wanted to be getting a in-depth knowledge. So I was searching into a different platforms and then so I entered there. Like later once I like learned on the international projects and all. So that's like I started learning about the BIM. got the later ones, like I cracked the interviews and I got the job in Bangalore. So since then, I have been into working here as a BIM modeler.
Mhm. Okay. So the second question, you joined the BIM skills through online training. So before joining, what
Yeah.
doubts or challenges did you have about learning BIM online?
Yeah. So, well, when it comes to challenges, I was like mostly I was very clever. Key, I wanted to be working like before working, I wanted to be get the experience about how the main project goes on, like flows to flows. How does it will start? So I have like while I was searching the things and all, so I have never found out key the institute or the platform that is giving up the institutional training for the things like the core beam, how that is the project is starting from the scratch to a top of that delivering the things. So that is the quite like a main point I can say that the BIM skill was having. So that's the main thing which I really got it up into your the BIM skills to be enrolling it into online. So
Mhm. Okay. So the next question, like many people learn software but still struggle to get jobs. So according to your experience, what was the different in the BIM skills training approach?
yeah, basically, learning software is not everything at this moment in the scenes and scenario of
Mhm.
that work culture and environment.
Mhm.
So, apart from the software skills, so everyone, like in my perspective, everyone can learn up the things software easily in the like max to max 3 to 4 weeks and all.
Mhm.
Well, like for working it up beams stream about with the beam skills, they do literally have trained us as a candidate from the understanding the documentation, whether it might be documentation things, along with that, how does the readings of drawings and then modeling, along with that shortcuts and all, the basic things from the scratch. I can say that was the main, the different thing I have felt it up from compared to online streaming platforms and the BIM skills.
Mhm. Okay, that's good. So as you know, maybe there are some candidates who joined here who are willing to
That's the
learn
main
BIM.
things to be considering it for.
Mhm. Okay. So maybe there are some candidates joined in this webinar who are willing to learn BIM, or maybe there are some candidates who are already learning, and maybe there are some candidates who already learned or completed BIM, training and internship and all, and they
Mhm.
want to look for the job. So for this, like, can
Mhm.
you share your BIM interview experience and what actually helped you to crack the job opportunity?
Apart from this learning things, whether it might be like the BIM scheme or any other like the things, or what actually the candidate does as of now. Also, me also like what I have learned the things from your institute, along with that what I really learned it up. Apart from that, when it to be entering into giving up the interviews and entering into a job sector, basically the things are not same as the learning things what we do. If we have learned up the things of software, so easily we cannot we can't get up the job for getting up there is a lot of processes there like hiring department is also there along with that the candidate we do really apply from this different platforms of not just like Naukri along like something is there like a few more softwares are there
Mhm.
platforms. Apart from that applying, so in my perspective I was the person who used to a very active in connection things. So I have in the BIMS also we used to get it up a trainers or how do we really need to take it up our profile into LinkedIn and all. So from that I got a really good connection I can say that really helped me for this understanding the things how the market is going. Along with that it might be a internal references there or to be connecting with the professional things like who are working. So I used to connect with them. I used to interact with what is happening in the market. Along with that, how do we really ended up whether as a fresher, how can we start the things and all. So that's other things we do we have to do apart from applying the jobs and all. So that is also main things for getting the interviews calls from this firms. So definitely every candidate has to I must say every candidate has to try it up by their own self key to be connecting with the different personalities who is working there into industry. So they definitely gonna help it up to any candidates.
Mhm. That means you try to reach
Yeah,
many people in the industry through LinkedIn.
yeah,
You
yeah.
took
When
advice from them.
I enrolled the Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
When I enrolled like the BIM skills, that time only like I started working on myself to be connecting with a person like persons who is working into BIM industries. Along with
Mhm.
that, for the fresher or for the internships also, I used to apply the CVs and all. I used to give it up the interviews calls to understand like how they are going to be take it up the interviews into BIM. So
Mhm.
like I can build up the confidence in interaction things. That is also a main thing. So initially the candidates are like including me also. The initial candidate this stream. So they used to face up a lot of issues. Well, it is might be communication or else the execution or that understanding tool test and also it's like every candidate initially they used to face
Yeah, your voice is breaking, Akhil. Yeah, your voice was breaking. Yeah, I think you're on mute. Yeah, can you speak now?
yeah, now is it fine.
Mhm. Okay, okay. Yeah, can you repeat? Like I was asking, like you were reaching to the people from industry on LinkedIn, right? So, like many candidates, I think they have the mindset that the people they will not reply, or if we message, like maybe what they feel. So, did they reply it, or like what was the response? I mean, if you message like 10 people, how many of them replied to you?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. As a working professional, I must say ki it is very hectic to be taking it out on the LinkedIn's and all. So it's very
Mm,
rare for the individual personality. It's up to their interest ki how they will
mm,
take it up. So everybody is
mm,
like not same. So some people used it up just to use the LinkedIn for scrolling things, or some people
mm,
used to this LinkedIn for communication and connecting the people. So that's totally depend upon the person to person, I can say. So some people used to reply me back, or else so there are some people ki they have I try to reach it up them in the initial
mm,
stage. Like first, if I have texted them, so they don't used to reply back. So later on 1 or 2 weeks or like after a month, I used to again retext them ki hi sir, I have been trying to reach you like that. So we have to continuously show us our effect efforts for connecting them. If they have found it ki okay, these guys trying it up to communication things and all, they will revert. Or else there are people ki if you have texted in the initial step only, they will revert you back. So that's how we can build it up a rapport to be connection, and we can have the like number exchange and things. We can go deeper talk and also we can later on get it up ki how the things are going on in their forms and all.
mm. Okay, okay, that's good. So, this last question in this section, uh, to which kind of people you message? Like, I mean, the BIM managers, coordinators, team leads. What was the positions?
Yeah. Yeah, in the initial time, I was like not having that much of experience. So I used to apply all.
Mhm,
So initial stage, I was like not much aware the things. So I used to build it up the connections. Later, once I understand the quality of connection, instead of the quantity of connections,
mhm,
we have to build it up the quality also. Like who is handling the responsibility. Even though as a fresher, if we are in the initial stage, definitely they might have like as working to be modeler. They are in a much above position to handling the BIM managers, senior BIM engineers, and all those guys. We do really need to connection. We need to have the connection to them so they can tell us the what they have gone through the years of experience, what they have learned against the BIM modeler, who has joined the newly. So instead of connecting that, we can also connect them, but compared to the senior personalities, we can connect them so they can give it up the more idea
I think you can off your camera because your voice is getting stuck.
what they have learned, like working on themselves.
I think its connection is not good. Yeah. Yeah, are you able to hear us? Just a minute, let him sort the connection. Okay, I think he will rejoin. Let's wait for 2 minutes.
Hello.
Yeah, just 1 minute. I think he have rejoined. We're not able to see him, right? Just a minute. Let me share the link to him again.
Hello,
Yeah,
sorry for the inconvenience, guys.
yeah, no issue. Yeah, I think you can off your camera, no issue, because you have
Yeah.
internet problem. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we
Yes.
were discussing like to what kind of professionals you were messaging and what guidance they were providing on LinkedIn.
Yeah, definitely. Basically, at the initial stage, I was used to connect to the persons like who has mentioned the beam in their bio, or like
Mhm.
in at the initial stage. Later, once I like worked on the things against ki, the person who is working corely into this beam. Along with that, I used to sort it up how experience they have, like whether it might be 1 year, 2 years, more than up to that one beam engineers, along with that beam senior managers and all, like managers. And definitely the managers things are like a much more level of management. They must have been like busy of working the things, so at least we can take it up from our side to be text them on the availability of their things. They will revert back to us, so that's how it is. So I used to connect off to the B modelers to understand how they have landed up their job. So to be getting the things, what they have proceeded, the things they have also helped up me okay, we used to search up their company name along with their career, the things. So we used to go it on the career web page. We used to apply from there also, like that we can get it some sort of the knowledge and all things so that we can follow it up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, this job you got from which platform? LinkedIn or Naukri? Or directly
So
applied on
definitely.
website?
Yeah, definitely like a web page only itself only because I was not much
Mhm.
active on this Naukri things, but I was
Mhm.
really active on the LinkedIn thing. So I used to
Mhm.
go up on the I have made some sort of Excel sheet to like the company's name along with that their web page, like things and location also. On the basis of that only I used to segregate the firms. So on
Mhm.
the priority things I used to go up to the web page, career things, and I used to apply myself. So that's how it
Mhm.
is.
Okay, so directly you applied from the website,
Yeah,
career
that's
page.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So because different platforms are there, like we have LinkedIn
Yeah,
and
Naukri
like
also is there,
Naukri, yeah,
Indeed,
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 yes.
and all. Yeah,
Yeah,
that is
you.
also works fine. That's
Mhm.
depend upon the hiring team, what they are considering. It's depend upon the firm to firm, from
Mhm.
there which platform they are hiring. Some like the companies and all, they used to get up the candidates from the Naukri, so or else
Mhm.
from the LinkedIn and the Indeed
Mhm.
also. Depend upon the hiring teams and the management things.
Mhm. Okay. So the next question is like, how many rounds of interviews were there?
Yeah, in the BIM sector, in the initial stage only, I started learning how the interviews are going into the BIM because previously I was into planning now, so there wasn't
Mhm.
2 to 3 rounds will be there. In that planning,
Mhm.
it was be only one interview that is the final itself only. But after coming
Mhm.
into the BIM itself only, when I was connecting to the senior personalities and the BIM modelers, they used to tell it up me we have gone through 2 rounds of interview, 3 rounds of interview, and like 4 rounds of interviews also there in the some companies. That's depend upon their management things. So
Mhm.
like initial stage the HR like a HR discussion things will be there, they will proceed our application. So the
Mhm.
interview will be getting scheduled later. Once if we got shortlisted, they will tell it out to be doing these modeling things in this tool test because basically, so they will tell us to do the tool test later. Once it will be there again, the manager round will be there, then the HR round will be there, like that. That's a process. Like that's depend upon the companies to companies how they are like following up for the hiring the candidates.
Okay, so so basically, let's say there are 4 rounds. So in the
Mhm.
first round, what were the like questions? Can you just mention one or two questions? What they asked?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, from the HR and the first, I have learned from these years of experience. The HR definitely wants a candidate who can speak it up very clearly, with the
Mhm.
confidence, I can say. They
Mhm.
definitely want the candidates who can put it up their words, what they really wanted to tell us. You know,
Mhm.
to convey the person, like whether it might be client or the management or things, or along with the manager, team members also there. The communication is very, we have to be very strong in here. So HR, firstly, when the CV is getting received, they definitely look it up how the candidate is speaking, whether he is very clear along with that he is what he has learned. They will tell us about yourself. In that, we have to be very clear. Along with that, they will ask us to expectation things and all. Have you ever gone through our like company's profile? Have you seen what do we really do? So some sort of questions they will also ask in the initial self only. So from that, we do need to convey them ki, okay, I have seen what do really your firm deliver. I have like fascination to be working with your great team and all. I have seen ki what project you have delivered the things and all. We do really need to tell it to them ki, okay, I have gone through your profile and all. So that's
Mhm.
how they used to firstly sort it up the candidates. Later once it will go it up to technical round. So they will arrange like a 1 to 1 hour, like 30 minutes to 1 hour, depending upon the things. So they will arrange the technical interview. So in the technical interview, mostly they will ask us about ourselves along with that the tools what we do really know in depth. Also they can might ask about this, or else the surface legally they can also be asked. Along with that, key what you have learned the projects and all, what you were doing in current roles and responsibility of the firm. Along with that, what you do really gonna bring it up to us and all. They will ask. Later once it will be like next round will be technical tool test. So in that they will give us a model creation, or else that's depending upon the firm. Basically, I'm telling. Some companies have they used to have the model creation of 3D beams and all 3D model. Some companies will have the MCQ. Some companies will have they have already created the model, but they will give it as a PDF to comparing the things along with to doing the correction in that model. They will tell us ki, you have to do this correction all in this model. Like that's different approaches of companies. They will tell us to do the tool test. Later once it will be manager along. Ki they will ask like they will see our potential ki how do we speak along with that working hours can we extend and all, how can you work on the under pressure and all. They sort of companies things they will ask. So that's how it, or later once it will come up to again the salary negotiation things and all.
The last round will be salary negotiation.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So thank you for answering these questions. I have few more. Okay.
Yeah, no worries.
So like many students, they feel confused about where to start in BIM. So according to you,
Mm.
what should freshers focus on first and to build a strong BIM career?
Yeah, for me, when I was looking up to Beam, so
Mhm,
definitely as a candidate, I can say the new joiners, they must have seen ki what's the scope of Beam. I
mhm,
guess so. They might have seen ki what's the scope of Beam. So that's
mhm,
how they have got the fascination to be working for the Beam. So
mhm,
firstly, things they do really need to take it up ki which firm or else the firms and all what they are offering along with that, the technical skills of the software and all they need to clear it up along with that by self or else by the institution also they can get it up clear.
mhm,
So along with that working on the project, I can say that's a major most important thing. So we can put it up in this our CVs along with that this portfolio and all we can make it up and we need to showcase it. That's a main important thing here. As a B model, I have seen ki not just creating the 3D model will not help us, or that we do need to sell us ki what we do have the skills. So that's a main predominant thing we do really need make ourselves to be showcasing to other persons in LinkedIn and all. So that's how.
Okay, for the candidates who are currently learning BIM but not
Mhm.
getting confidence, so what daily
Mhm.
practice of learning strategy would you recommend?
Yeah, for the practicing things, I do think ki everyone does their best. So
Mhm,
I can say ki they have to push it up more when it comes
mhm,
to practicing the things. They do need to work on this shortcuts along with that speed of work. I can say they do need to set it up. And when it comes to not getting the confidence, I can say like initially itself only they have to try the giving up the more interviews so they can initially they might fail, but later ones
mhm,
definitely they are gonna get it up with the confidence of speaking and all. That's how
mhm.
they can build it up.
Okay. So, and what advice would you like to give to professionals who are struggling to switch into BIM or searching for jobs? How they can search for jobs?
Yeah, definitely. For the switcher person, I'll first make it up them clear. So I was working into planning, so I was clearly somehow I was in depth. I like from the bottom of heart, I wanted to be into BIM. So
Mhm,
definitely they have to take it up. Their first step, I can say, bold step. They do really need to take it up. If not now, then when? They do really need to challenge themselves. Ki, if not now, then when I am gonna do on the skills like what I am really wanted to do. So they have to take it up the first step for taking the course or else whether it might be learning the things. They do really need to take it up along with that in the practice they have to do. Yeah, that's how. For the shifting persons like who is working into Beam, but they are not able to shift it up to new companies. I can for them, I can say ki on the different project they have to work. Whether it might be like I have seen from one of my friends also they who is in working work. He was working into scan to Beam, but he wanted to commit up to CAD to Beam, but he was not able to shift it easily. For them, I can say ki they have to create the projects on the like a cat to beam. They need to show it as themselves they have to create two sample projects. I can say they have to create to tell them like hiring teams and all we can able to do this. They have to showcase the this confidence to them ki, we have worked on the projects and all, we can do it better works if I got the opportunity or the platforms and all.
Mhm.
Mm.
Okay, just last two questions. Like many participants who are joining this webinar may be worried about
Mm.
job opportunities in BIM.
Mhm.
So, uh, like what skills, are companies actually expecting from a candidate?
Yeah, when it comes to job opportunities, I must say there is a
Mhm.
lot of BIM opportunities there in the BIM. After
Mhm.
landing here itself, only I got to know it's a huge market, I can say. It's a very
Mhm.
in-depth core of industry, but the industry demands these skills. That's the main case. So for the
Mhm.
industry demands main skills, when we have to skill it up ourselves, whether it might be like learning the AutoCAD basics or like AutoCAD in depth along with the Revit, Navisworks, or else what the skills is demanding in the industry or currently what like can it like management have needed, we have to learn it up on the basic things at least, because in the management or else in the firms also they do have the training facility. I have seen it, so they do have
Mhm.
the training facilities, but they want the candidate who can speak it very clearly to understand the things what is going around him, to catch it up the very like easily to deliver it to more faster ones. That's our main case of hiring things. So the candidate has to keep it in mind ki, okay, I need to have to be in this person. So if the candidate is having some basics of knowledge and all, so they can take it up. There is no issue. They have these training things and also they can build up the, or else they can give it up shape to a person.
Okay. So just last question, then maybe if the other candidates are having, if they want to take the guidance, they can unmute and ask. So if someone is completely new to BIM and planning to start their journey now, what
Mhm.
roadmap or approach would you personally recommend for faster growth?
Yeah, definitely. So my perspective for them to be suggesting is like what they do really want to be. That's the main question I do want to ask them. Whether like it's depending upon the perspective, like what they do see themselves in the few years and all, what they wanna become, like whether it might be a modeler, like a accurate modeler, whether it might be a coordinator, it might be a manageable things, and some people wanted to be go the new things, codings and all. They also wanted to go it up. So yeah, it's up to them ki what they want to be. But before them getting to be cleared, so they have to learn up the things. So
Mhm.
the basics of things and they have to learn. Yeah, so they need to practice as well, so they can apply the new jobs opportunities. So they can try it up. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. So daily, how many hours you practiced?
Yeah, for me, like I was fully focusing into Beam itself only regularly
Mhm.
on the basis of like more than 6 hours, I can say. Yeah, more than
Mhm.
6 hours. Like I used to practice. There might be some cases to person ki what they are taking up the challenge and all. So like 6 hours is max, I can say, for this these junior levels of the students who has like just passed it out. They have enrolled, so they have very much more time compared to a working professional. They don't have much time. है ना? So
Mhm.
on the for the students, I can tell him. So they must have to be practice on the like at least 4 to 5 hours of maths, I can say. Daily
Mhm.
practice. That's a main case here in the beam. Key to be knowing the things, what the how the things are working. So we have to practice daily things. Yeah, on the base projects, and also we have to practice. For the working professionals, I can say the Saturday Sunday off is there. Along with that, at least in the 1 hour they can like clear it up on the daily basis. They can start learning on the basis of per hours and all.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So why it
or else we have.
requires like to spend 6 hours? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that much of time to BIM.
Mm-hmm.
Why it is not
Basically,
possible in 1 hour?
yeah, yeah. Basically, in
Mhm.
the 1 hour, as a new learner, I can say, we
Mhm.
used to counter a lot of queries. There
Mhm.
in this in the initial stage, we used to get it up a lot of queries. So there will be no person will be available for us to be 27. That's the main case. Okay, for this learning the thing, if we counter the one problem for clear it up along with that doing the chat GPT or else like Google or along with that Udemy or so along with that by self or figuring out what happening here. So for that also it will take it up more than the things what we do expect. So that's how we are definitely gonna spend more hours to be like practicing or the learning the things and all. So definitely it will come it up more than 5 hours, I can say, per day. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also, I can add a point here. I think BIM is something different when compared to CAD, right?
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
a different concept. So I heard this one
Mhm.
from the senior construction management level people also.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
for
definitely.
even for them, learning BIM is getting somewhat difficult sometimes
Mm-hmm.
because they are also getting the projects to be completed in BIM method only. So like
Mm-hmm.
now they spend 15, 20 years in the industry, they are at manager level. Now suddenly the project they are getting is into BIM method. So it is becoming challenging for them also. Yeah.
Yeah,
So they even
definitely.
said
It's a
it's
for
a different, yeah, it's a new concept.
yeah, yeah,
That's why.
yeah, definitely. It's a new concept, I can say, compared
Mhm.
to CAD, because as the industry is evolving, the new technologies is coming up.
Mhm.
That's how we are getting contoured with this phases of this managerial level. He is countering to be creating the things into BIM sector, like BIM,
Mhm.
corely BIM. So
Mhm.
the as the industry is evolving, we do have to skill it up ourselves. That's how. That's a
Mhm.
case of surviving, I can say. So
Mhm.
we have to skill it up so as from shifting from CAD to BIM, the BIM is totally different compared to CAD. CAD is only just like the 2D. The things is there. In the BIM, it's a 3D thing along with that facility management also we can do. There is a
Mhm.
lot of benefits are there in BIM.
Mhm.
So that's how key companies are preferring to be creating it a BIM compared to this CAD.
Mhm. Okay. So thank you for your all answers very clearly. I hope these like questions were answers was like knowledgeable to others.
Yeah, thank you.
So I hand over you to other candidates. If we have the questions, you can ask to Akhil directly.
Yeah, sure, no worries.
Yeah, if anyone is having the questions, you can ask to Akhil or you can point out to me.
Hello.
Hello, hi.
Hi, my name is Kingsley.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I just want to ask you some few questions. I just want to know what was your background what was your background? Let's say your undergraduate background.
Yeah, I have done the bachelor's along with that master's also I have done in the civil itself only, like construction technology. Later, once I was into planning department where I learned the management skills, then I moved into BIM. So somehow I was having some sort of plus point I can say in this BIM after coming up here. It's a 3D modeling along with that project management skills that I am bringing here, like some sort of 4D and 5D simulation that I have created in my current form also. That is very like appreciable things here. So that's how it is.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So when you were a civil engineer, have you worked for like how many years? Have you gained
Like
an experience for how many years?
yeah, since more than 1.5 years for Kohli Beam, I have been into working here into this industry apart from planning.
Okay, okay. Okay, so because I'm also a civil engineer, so I've actually worked for many years now. But
Mm-hmm.
I just want to move into BIM because I
Mm-hmm.
completed my master's in construction management.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
but I used to work back then. I used to work as a site engineer, also as a CAD engineer as well. So I'm in a
Mm-hmm.
drafter, but I didn't
Mm-hmm.
spend so much time on drafting. So I
Mm-hmm.
always work in the site. So I just want to
Mm-hmm.
ask if what do you think about me going into BIM and learning BIM? Okay, so because adding that experience I have back in my
Mm-hmm.
later years and adding it to BIM, what do you think about it? And also being a construction management a construction manager.
Yeah, definitely. you have the plus point I can say because you have already worked it up for the site. Also, in depth of knowledge about the site and the coordination things, you definitely know. I can say in the communication things and all. So definitely you should need to shift it up for the beam. I can say because the knowledge of this Corely site coordination things along with that CAD that experience you are bringing. So which is eventually gonna help it up for you to be creating the 3D model along with that coordination with the clients along with that doing the clash free model creation things, so you have the plus point here as you have the experience over the site also.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. So one more question, please, before I leave you. So the question is, because I'm currently learning BIM with
Yeah.
Said now. I'm currently on this batch, on this April, I think April batch. So we are
Yeah.
learning all this, and most of these things are very new to me in terms of learning LOD, from LOD 300 down to learning all this IFC down to as built modeling. So, but I'm just saying, I don't know if you've done it. I don't know, but because it's really giving me a lot of time to learn it, and because I'm also working at the same time. So I just want to hear what you say about it, or maybe have you done a real project on LOD, any of it?
Yeah. Yeah, like I have worked in my current form, like I have worked LOD 350, like I have delivered. Along with that, well, I was enrolled myself into the BIM skills, so I have delivered the LOD 500 also. So I have worked with the LOD full scale.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, any other person having questions? Yeah, any questions for Akhil or me?
Guys, you can ask any question. There is no issues at all.
Even if you're not able to speak up in English, you can ask in Hindi. There's no issue.
Yeah, no worries.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Akhil, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm fine. Actually, I have one doubt.
Yeah, no worries.
Actually, I'm currently working in design engineer,
Design engineer.
HVAC.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now I want to be modeler.
Okay.
Actually, most of the people struggling for in placement only,
Mm.
big problem. Placement because
Mm-hmm.
everywhere tool easily learned, but when you enter the job, they will ask the minimum 3 years, 5 years experience. Minimum
Yes.
3 years experience.
Mm.
In case what will do? What is about this
Yeah,
idea, opinion?
no worries. I can see that if you are working, if you are working as like a HVAC modeler and things. So for me, like what I have seen in my career, all we do need is the good skill set. That's it. They do really have the segregation of this range of key. We know need the candidate of 3 years and all. That's totally compliant with the companies, and that's totally depend upon the big MNCs. They are not going to consider the profile like less than or the 3 years of experience. But for the new firms or like mid range of MNCs and all, they want the candidate like to be working in a better environment. The candidate who is having the best skills, that's all they want. So better I'll suggest you to be applying there, whether it might be 1.5 years of experience or 2 experience, that doesn't matter. Just apply there, don't give it up there. So just apply. You can clearly communicate with the HR, tell her, like convey her basically that you can do. So that's totally depend upon their call, how they are gonna take it up. If you got any chance to be representing yourself, be best there. All I can say is be best there. That's how they are gonna text you. That's like max to max the 30 minutes or 1 hour they are gonna take it up the interview call. On the basis of that only they will consider whether they need to proceed you or not. So it's about the 1 hour do and die things. So represent yourself best. That's it. Nothing else.
Thank you, Akhil. Thank you. Actually,
Yeah.
I landed in some local center, and
Mm-hmm.
I attend the interview also. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
I am mechanical background, purely
Yeah, I
mechanical.
can.
But
Yeah.
basically, actually, architectural, structural tool, I am aware. But I've facing the issue for only experience. That's why.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. That might be
Thank
possible.
you.
Yeah, yeah. That's depend upon the firm. As I'm telling ki 3 years of experience and all. If they do really need the candidate, if you are having the best skills, if they matches, they're definitely gonna consider your profile.
Okay. Thank you.
I want to add one point here, like experience. See, like if there are two persons, like one is having 10 years of experience, other is having 5 years of experience. As per the reality, we cannot say always 10 years of candidate is having better knowledge than 5 years. Okay, even 5 years of candidate can have better knowledge when compared to 10 years. So at the end, it depends it does not depend how many years you spend in the industry. We cannot say if any person is 50 years old, he is only having the good knowledge. It's not like that. Okay. So all these skills we can build. It depends upon the environment and how much we practice and what we are working on. Okay. So don't rely only on the number. Check the quality of experience also. Okay. Check yourself. Like, do you have the skills matching or no? Like sometimes even I get the calls from some companies. They say, why they say this one? Like if we are looking for a 6 years of experience candidate, but even if you have 3 to 4 years, is also okay if he is capable. Okay. So that means they're looking for 6 years, but they are also willing to hire a person who is having 3 years of experience. Why? But only thing they want is like matchable candidate for 6 years. Okay. So even they
Yeah,
know
understood.
that even sometimes 3 years of experience is also capable of 6 years. So it depends on in which environment we are working. For example, sometimes we'll be in the comfort zone on a daily basis. If we are doing the repeat work, then definitely there will be no growth in the knowledge. Comfort will be there, but in the knowledge, there will be no growth. So in future, we get stuck.
Correct. Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Yeah, any other questions? We just have 8 minutes. I think we need to wind up.
Hi guys, you can ask any question if you have, like, do really wanted to be asked. Anything you can ask, no worries.
Yeah, let's wait for 2 minutes. Maybe they are thinking.
Yeah, definitely they can take it time.
Okay, I hope they don't have any questions.
Okay.
Yeah. So thank you, Akhil, for joining today's session and guiding us. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for giving me platform to represent myself and give it
Yeah.
up.
Thank you everyone for joining.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Bye.